Space is humanity's greatest frontier, a place of wonder, danger, and mystery. Every mission that leaves Earth pushes us closer to understanding the universe, but it also pushes us further from safety. And while the world celebrates the astronauts we know, the ones who landed on the moon, who built the space station, who became heroes, there are whispers of others. Astronauts who never returned, whose names never made it into the history books. Astronauts who vanished into the void, erased from official records, leaving only fragments of stories and chilling rumors behind. Tonight, we explore 5 cases of astronauts who may have disappeared without a trace, and by the end, you might wonder how many secrets space agencies are keeping hidden. Our first story begins during the height of the Cold War. Before the United States even put a man into orbit, the Soviet Union was secretly launching test flights. At least, that's what many researchers believe. According to the brothers Achille and Giovanni Giudica Cordelia, amateur radio operators in Italy, they began picking up strange transmissions in 1960 and 1961. They heard heartbeats, breathing, even voices. One of the most disturbing recordings allegedly captured a woman's voice in Russian, calmly reporting her ship was overheating, oxygen running out, before she slowly went silent. The Soviets, of course, denied everything. But were these the voices of the so-called Lost Cosmonauts, test pilots who were sent into orbit and never came back? If true, it means the first humans in space may have died out there, their final words drifting endlessly through the void. Our second case is also tied to the Cold War secrecy. Officially, Yuri Gagarin was the first man in space in 1961. He returned a hero, but researchers claim that other cosmonauts attempted flights before him and didn't survive. One rumor tells of a pilot named Vladimir Ilyushin, who allegedly launched days before Gagarin, but his mission went catastrophically wrong. Some say he landed in China after his capsule malfunctioned, captured and kept hidden. Others claim he died on impact and his existence was erased to protect Soviet pride. If this is true, then Gagarin's flight was not the first manned mission. It was the first successful one, built on top of a tragedy no one was ever meant to know about. The third story takes us forward in time to 1967. Cosmonaut Vladimir Komarov is remembered as the first human to die during a spaceflight, when Soyuz 1 crashed during re-entry. But the chilling part isn't the crash, it's what allegedly happened before. Declassified documents and eyewitness accounts suggest that Komarov knew his ship was doomed even before takeoff. Engineers had identified over 200 flaws in the Soyuz, but political pressure forced the mission to proceed. During re-entry, Komarov's capsule failed, and he was heard over the radio cursing those who sent him to his death. Some even say he was on the line with his friend Yuri Gagarin, speaking his last words. Komarov didn't vanish in the literal sense, but his story was nearly erased, hidden by officials who didn't want the world to see the cracks in their space program. His ghost still lingers as a reminder of the price of secrets. Our fourth mystery lies with lost transmissions that nobody can fully explain. Throughout the 1960s, shortwave radio operators around the world claimed to intercept voices from space. Not official communications, but desperate ones. Pleas for help, reports of failing systems, strange cries in foreign languages. Some were dismissed as hoaxes. Others were too real to ignore. One recording allegedly captured an astronaut gasping for breath, choking as if his air was running out. Another described a ship spinning uncontrollably before cutting off mid-sentence. To this day, no space agency admits losing astronauts in these ways. But if those voices weren't astronauts, then who or what was speaking to us from orbit? And finally, there's the question of what we don't know. Space is vast, dangerous, and brutally unforgiving. Capsules can burn up, orbits can decay. A ship launched in secret could vanish forever, drifting as silent wreckage above Earth or lost in the dark. Whispers persist of ghost satellites, spotted by radar but never acknowledged. Could some of these be the tombs of astronauts erased from the record books? Could they still be out there, forever circling the planet, unmarked and forgotten? These stories blur the line between conspiracy and reality. Maybe the lost cosmonauts were real, erased from history to preserve national pride. Maybe the strange transmissions were desperate final words, caught only by chance. Or maybe they were something else entirely, messages from the unknown, mistaken for human voices. The truth is, space agencies reveal only part of what they know. And the rest? Lost in classified files, drifting in the void or buried under decades of silence. So the next time you look up at the night sky, remember, for every astronaut we celebrate, there may be others we'll never know about. Names that were scrubbed from history, voices that were silenced, lives that ended not on Earth, but out there where no one could rescue them, lost in space with only the cold stars as witnesses. Do you believe in the lost cosmonauts? Do you think governments covered up deaths in the race for space? Or are these stories just myths, born from static, paranoia, and Cold War secrecy? Let me know your theories in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into one of the darkest mysteries of space exploration, don't forget to like this video, share it with your fellow mystery lovers, and subscribe to the channel. Because there are still countless secrets floating above our heads, and we're only just beginning to uncover them.